Shinzo wo Sasageo! Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite animes, and today I will be reviewing Attack on Titan, or Shingeki no Kyojin Season 2. So, Attack on Titan is created by mangaka Isayama Hajime, and Season 2 has returned 4 years after Season 1, and we only get 12 episodes. What the heck happened? What the heck is going on? The writer's block, or in this case, the animator's block? Anyways, pretty much 2 days after I finished watching Season 1, I immediately watched Season 2, and that's because the cliffhanger at the end of Season 1 was no joke. It was no joke. To briefly recap, one day Eren, Mikasa, and Armin's family got killed because a bunch of titans had invaded their town, including an armored titan and a gigantic colossal titan. So they decided to join the Survey Corps, which is basically the military fighting against titans. While training, they also met other people like Jean, who was originally an asshole but became someone better, Sasha, who was a country girl, Connie, Annie, Reiner, Bertolt, Krista, and Ymir. But little did they know, 5 years later, during a battle, they're going to find out that Eren is also secretly a titan, and Eren himself didn't even know that. So people were skeptical for a while, but Eren had proven himself to be useful. And then the Survey Corps ran into another titan that is actually transformed from a human. It's the female titan, and it is Annie who's controlling the titan, except just when Eren defeated Annie, she sealed herself in a block of crystal, basically. So that sucked. Furthermore, apparently there are titans hidden inside the walls, separating between the country and the outside world, and nobody really knew that. So, before I start off talking about the episodes, I would like to talk about the OP first. We only have one OP for this entire season, and that is Shinzo wo Sasageo! Dedicate your heart to the cause. And I actually kind of like it. Of course, it doesn't have the very intense energy that OP1 has. OP1 is still my favorite Attack on Titan OP, but I still think this one is better than OP2, Flügel der Freiheit. It's really cool. Good song, a little catchy. Animation was alright. Starting off, we have episodes 1, 2, 3, and they're just alright. I was really interested in the whole who is controlling which titan situation, because apparently the armored titan and the colossal titan are also transformed from humans. So I was curious. I was also curious about the whole Annie situation. She's one of my favorite characters, and she's just being abandoned on the entire season, basically. So these episodes aren't really all that satisfying at all. Then we have the titans hidden inside the walls. Apparently the priest knows something about it, but refuses to say anything about it. However, the priest said that Krista, the cute little blonde girl from the Survey Corps, may know something about it, so there's that. Then we have another thing where the Survey Corps gets attacked by a bunch of titans led by a gigantic monkey-looking talking titan with the voice actor of Dio. And at the same time, Connie's village was destroyed and there were no dead bodies. But for some reason, this one giant was stuck on top of Connie's house and can also speak a little bit. There's also the whole thing with Ymir being an asshole and Krista sort of trying to stop her from being an asshole. The name Ymir, Ymir, doesn't sound German at all, so maybe she's also a special character. Nobody knows, especially when there's a very brief scene where Reiner is questioning Ymir, and then suddenly we have Sasha's flashbacks, which are cool but not all that interesting. It lets us appreciate Sasha's character even more, as she is much more talented and a brave person than we thought she is, instead of just being a food craving girl. But still, at the end of the day, I don't think Sasha's character is really all that interesting or anything. So far we have a bunch of unanswered questions, and it felt like we are nowhere near finding out the answers, and I just hope that these questions will be answered in the next few episodes and there will be a bigger payoff. Episodes 4 to 6 are definitely way better and way more interesting than I've expected. It's finally going back to the wow, there are titans disguised as humans, so who is what and what is who? This is the aspect that I love most about the series. So I also like the new format of the story. Instead of having arcs like a normal manga, this story actually works like a TV show where multiple storylines happen at the same time and they intertwine and converge and diverge. It's pretty refreshing. Episode 1 is called Beast Titan, episode 2 is Tadaima, Welcome Home, episode 3 is Southwestward or Southwest Area. And there are no arc titles anymore. So gotta appreciate Isayama for writing like this. Episode 4 is called Soldier, which juxtaposes episode 6 Warrior because it's actually a metaphor for being a human or a titan, like what Reiner said to Annie back on episode 4 of season 1. Anyways, episode 5 is called Historia, and we see flashbacks regarding Krista, her real name being Historia. Her background is that she's from a noble religious family and she also knows stuff about the Wall Titans. But she had to change her name because she's being persecuted out of political competition reasons. We see flashbacks to Ymir and her relationship with Krista, how despite Ymir being an asshole, she actually wanted Krista to live and how she would risk her life to save others. We even see a brief flashback of Reiner's, which raises a lot of questions. Episode 5 is where another Titan human reveal happened, and when I saw it, I was like, dude, I knew it! I knew it! Because she was acting so strange, and I was like, yes, I knew it! I freaking knew it! And on episode 6, we have another Titan human reveal, but what I love about that reveal is how blunt and straightforward it is, to a point where it's almost awkward. It sounds ridiculous, yet it sounds like a friendly reveal, which of course turns sour and bitter in the next few episodes, but hell yeah, I love these Titan reveal scenes. One thing though, if I were Eren, I would convince them both to not do anything stupid and sort of persuade them to keep it down, but unfortunately Eren is just not a very good talker or a smart guy. But yeah, so far what I've seen is that Isayama is so much better at writing side characters than main characters, or maybe he developed his character writing skills while writing the first few chapters. Afterwards, it's episode 7, Close Combat, and the Japanese title of this episode is even cooler than that. Anyways, this is basically the long-awaited fight between Eren and the Armored Titan, and it's a pretty good fight with different parts and different beats. I also enjoyed the flashbacks of the episode. I don't understand why, but whoever directed this show cut off a lot of the scenes from the manga during the training camp era, so it's nice to see those flashbacks. Episode 8, The Hunters, is rather disappointing. We basically see the last bit of the fight between Eren and the Armored Titan, and minor spoiler alert, but Eren basically lost. So Reiner, Bertold, Eren, and Ymir basically left, and now they're on top of some trees. Meanwhile, we have Mikasa and Armin worrying their asses off for Eren. And there's this scene where Hannes has to cheer them up by saying, Eren will fight till the end no matter what, so let's trust that he is safe. And then Mikasa and Armin both opened their eyes wide, both made asserting noises, and both aggressively ate a piece of biscuit like this. Like Episode 9 is Opening, and even though it's a dialogue-heavy episode and pretty much nothing happens, I enjoy this one quite a bit because I actually really enjoy the talking scenes, the dialogue scenes. These are the scenes that I love the most, actually. That's a really straightforward way of saying it, but to be clear, I love action scenes and talking scenes just as much, but it just depends how it's executed. Apparently a lot of people online, a lot of Attack on Titan fans dislike this episode a lot, and I kind of understand why. It's a very slow episode, but I kind of like Breaking Bad's Fly. I just enjoy it for how nuanced and subtle it is. Between characters like Eren, Reiner, and Ymir, they all have something to say, something to ask, and it's character dynamic, and I absolutely love character dynamic in this story. I kind of hope that Eren would talk a little more. I mean, if I were Eren, I would have asked so many more questions because there are just so many unanswered questions. How did they become the Thing? Why 5 years ago? Who's that monkey titan? What are they even doing? I also like how Ymir and Eren interacts. It's almost like they're on the same side, but you're not really sure. That's when you know it's good character dynamic. The last three episodes are a near perfect balance between action and dialogue. On episode 10, Children, we see the Survey Corps finally closing in on Reiner, Bertolt, Ymir, and Eren, and we also get a very long flashback scene regarding Ymir's past, but this time I actually kind of wish that the flashbacks were longer. I mean, given how interesting and complicated was Ymir's past for some reason, I actually really wanted to see more. I mean, why is Ymir over 60 years old? Where was she born? Why was she forced to pretend to be a queen of sorts and suddenly get captured? How did she manage to sleep for so long? Layers of dirt and grass build on her. What the heck was all that? It was all very interesting and I actually wanted more. I know that in the manga it is revealed so much later, but given that it is revealed now, it actually makes us appreciate Ymir's character so much more. Anyways, episode 11, Charge, is a really great episode where we see more dynamic between Historia and Ymir. Their unbreakable friendship is one of the most powerful aspects of the season, in my opinion. Another thing is that we see Bertolt and his true nature. I originally thought he's a very cold-blooded person, but actually he might be the most sentimental and emotional person in the entire damn story. The guy is just in a terrible situation, and he doesn't even want to be in this situation. Same goes for Reiner. I really love how the story humanizes them both really, really well. At one point, Armin was able to use his smarts to speak, and I was like, hell yeah! Finally someone who can speak cleverly to gain what they want. Episode 12, Scream, is also a pretty good finale in my opinion. Suddenly Eren is shown to have another skill which is never shown before, and it's actually a really cool scene. And also there's this whole debate about if life inside the walls will become hell or no. All of Reiner, Bertolt, and Ymir also believe that humanity will basically go extinct, but actually there's hope, and it took them time to realize, and I appreciate that a lot. There's a pretty huge character death scene, though I kinda saw that coming, and then we have Erwin being a total friggin' badass. He's just fantastic. I don't know why Levi wasn't shown in the fight. Maybe it's because it's too many characters to keep track of in one gigantic action sequence, but overall, pretty satisfying finale. There were no post-credit scenes, but I guess that season 3 will focus more on the Monkey Titan, Annie hopefully, as well as the Wall Titans, which is still a mystery after 12 episodes. And this is why I guess I think season 2 isn't as strong as season 1. There were just so much untapped potential. There were a lot of questions to be asked and not much time to be able to answer them all. And then, in this case, you answer some first and then some later. But given that season 1 ended with the Annie fight and Annie being one of my favorite characters, I was of course a little disappointed with the fact that Annie didn't show up at all in season 2 other than in that one shot in episode 1. The Monkey Beast Titan also only showed up for like one small scene and is gone. The Wall Titan stuff is still very unknown. However, we learn so much more about the true nature of the characters through their flashbacks, and I really like that quite a bit. The whole Armor Titan and Colossal Titan deal is my favorite element about the season, also Ymir's character. And when these characters with strong personality and a crazy background sit down and have a conversation, it's still very captivating, and I like that a lot. So, not much else to say. My favorite episodes are Charge or Scream. The last two episodes basically, and my least favorite is probably Welcome Home, the second episode. So yeah, I'm saying Attack on Titan season 2 is an anime worth watching. Shingeki no Kyojin, and I am giving it a decent 7 out of 10. I forgot to mention this, but the voice acting is really good. Kaji Yuki totally nailed his part as Eren. So yeah, overall, have you seen Shingeki no Kyojin Season 2? From 1 to 10, how much did you rate it? Like, really liked it, and subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. I will not continue watching Attack on Titan Season 3. I will be watching Mirai Nikki up next, so you have that to look forward to. But my next TV review will be Lost Season 5, so yeah.